Coach, first of all, congratulations on winning the championship. Coaches, first of all, just your overall feelings of finally winning the championship for Meralco.
Yeah, well, first of all, just commending San Miguel Beer. You know, they're a proud franchise to be in the same platform with them this stage. We congratulate them also. It was a wonderful series. Surreal for us. You know, we've been together, and we said we'd be working closely together, but just proud of the way these guys battled through it. And you know, it was one of those series where it was very close every game. And it came down to the wire again. But you know, we credit our guys. They found a way. They kept it staying on, and they showed some composure in the second half for us.
Coach, about the final play that sealed the victory for you, Chris, making the jump from the court, was that a design play? Will you take us through what happened in the timeout? Yeah, anything, Coach?
Yes. The thing is, first, thank you for congratulations. Well, thank you to San Miguel Union for the tough series. And the last play, you know, we were in shock. Just by made that fadeaway three. We were in shock that we get it together. Personally, I wanted to get Chris Newsom as shot. I know he's been carrying us through the series, not only him of course, but he really stepped up, the big pressure was on him. He didn't have a game up to the standards today. He got really defended well by some of the guards, but the last shot had to go to him. And that's his bread and butter. Fadeaway jump shot from the baseline. I'm so happy for him. I'm so happy for all the other players. He could not have happened to a better group than that.
Coach, the team, congratulations. Your team elimination round, you were 10th place, 11th place, you were really in danger of missing the playoffs altogether. And you went on this incredible run to which culminated, of course, in the championship. When you were at your lowest, how did you guys keep the team together and keep on believing that you could still win it all?
Well, we started out, I think 2 or 3 days right before the season. We had to give them a break because we had so many teams with the ESL, we had Doha, we had just come off tournaments, and then obviously with that break, we got pushed into some games early, right? But you know, we had to pivot and work through that. You know, there were a lot of times we were 1-3, 3-5, where we were down, but you know, our staff also helping each other out, you know, challenging the guys, and character all around. Credit the players too because they responded, right? It took a lot from them to get out of that hole, right? But you know, I think for Coach Ned and us, we're looking at it's just not about 1 game or 2 games. It's about, you know, we look at him and what he does. He builds programs. He really puts pressure on guys because he demands it. And I'm proud the guys stepped up. So, you know, we went through a lot of tough times. Then the playoffs game, Ginebra, and then San Miguel, right? But for some of those guys, we're happy for them. You know, Jeff Hodge, 13 years, his first championship. CB, his first championship. No, his first championship. It wasn't easy getting there. I mean, they've been to 4 final appearances, a lot of pain. So, you know, to gut it out this way and to really earn it, you know, I was saying about getting respect. It's very fulfilling for us. Right? It wasn't like it was an easy time all the way. You really have to earn this one.
Because
Coach, one question lang, congratulations. First and foremost, congratulations.
I'm sorry?
Well, first and foremost, congratulations. Well, after 14 long years of waiting, meron mo finally dream FA crown in what the black day you succeeded. So now, when Meralco eliminated Barangay Ginebra, do you have an inkling that you still under your stewardship will win the all Philippine crown?
Yeah, well, we're grateful first of all for what Coach Norman did. You know, he set the foundation there, also what he did, and then Coach Nena came in this year. We inherited a group we had to build through the draft. Ginebra was a hard one, right? It took a lot because they've been to a lot of series with Ginebra. So, you know, we had to preach about boys, about, you know, staying composed, doing certain things, and then Coach has instilled that, right? But we knew coming into the San Miguel series, we also had belief in them, you know, and we need to show that to them. We had to do a lot of things because San Miguel is a deep team. So thankfully, you know, we came out victorious in the 6 games.
Next question, Coach. What is the story, memorable, significant, meaningful, and what you liberate the PDA fans, particularly to Meralco fans? Meralco defeated the most dominant team in the league with 29 PDA cards, including 10 all-Philippine crowns.
Yeah, they're a deep team. They've got a lot of pride in what they do. They have a lot of history there. But we came in and, you know, what we've done over the period of time of 1 year, you know, our coaching staff takes pride in that. We practiced really hard. We knew that we were really in shape. And there's a lot of discipline and things that we did in terms of what we would do, video stuff. But overall, just, you know, it's a tiring, hard year for us, but I'm sure we're pleased with the results. It's the first championship of Meralco, and we're thankful and grateful for that.
You can, even, I will not force you to answer my question if it is confidential, but it is not. God can answer my question. Is Manny Pangilinan promise some more incentive once his players, your players, wins the title?
Yeah, no, we're just grateful to Boss MVP. You know, he was in Hong Kong this week. He came back to be with us and just to show his support and be there for us. He visited us, spoken with us, with me and Coach Nena. So we were very appreciative for his all-out support, but grateful to be working for him and, you know, giving us the opportunity to work for Meralco. So very proud to be part also of that. And thankful to Boss MVP.
Well, I also noticed and observed that the second team consultant is the one holding this, not one.
Yeah, he wanted it. So Coach set some plays up. We want the ball in his hands, and, you know, he made the shot in the end.
Both coaches, just your reflections on Chris Newsome and Jeff Hodge, finally winning it after all those plays. How did they game out in this series with very determined to finally get this one?
That's a very good question. Thank you for the answer. the way the Filipino, the PBA works with the draft system, the players are kind of stuck for a few years in the franchise that they are drafted by and signed. And those guys, Cliff and Houston and Andrew Karam as well, have been there from their first day of their professional careers. And to be honest, my biggest motivation is for them to finally taste, to finally get what they really deserve. And I'm so happy for them. And I hope it's not the last one they get, but at least they know they're on now.
Yeah, just, I've seen the times we've lost, I've been a part of it. Coach Nana joined us this year, it's his first final appearance with us. But there was a lot of hardship for them. So, we're very proud of Cliff and New. They started with us, even Anjo, and it takes a lot. There's so much, there's so much that people don't see behind the scenes that these guys do to get themselves ready, to get it in their head, to focus and really be locked in what we're doing. So I'm happy. They're the first guys, and you could see it. Cliff's having a baby. I think Bea is pregnant, so we're happy for him. Anjo just had a kid. So, it's special. It's special that we won one. I agree with Coach that we're so happy for them.
Coach Luigi, congratulations. Going back to Newsom, can you just take me back to that final second shot of the game? Just tell me, you personally, your emotions when you saw him. Of course, probably you drew up that play, but when you saw him take that ball and shove up that shot, can you just tell me your emotions when it was in the air until it got?
Yeah, well, we're so, New has been in that situation a lot of times. Coach Nana does run up that play in the ESL when he shot it in the corner. We have faith in him. We have faith in New. He's a special player in terms of taking that fade away. We have to put him in that situation. But, we have to battle with San Miguel. We saw it in game 2 when they clawed back. We were up 4, 25 seconds. That team has looked with 2. So, that's the quality of series we had. And we're glad at the end we were the ones on top at the end of the shot clock, at the end of the game clock. But like you said, just very proud of him because he's done that a lot of times.
Coach Nana, Coach, could you describe your journey here from being assistant coach with Gilas to being a consultant of Meralco? Could you describe how was that journey?
Look, from the first day I arrived and being part of Gilas SBP right till today, I feel very comfortable here. I feel very comfortable because the people are good. They have values and they're trying to do the best they can. Players, whether it's Gilas or Meralco, they're soldiers. They listen to the coaches, they respect the coaches, they respect the hierarchy. And I can tell you from my experience, I've been all around the world, it's very difficult to have these days. Okay, there's so much politics involved with players, their agents, even fans are involved. We're here in the Philippines. I had an opportunity, even with Gilas, I was helping with Coach Chop at the time, and we had a good time. It was difficult because Coach was coaching the text as well, and there was some overlapping and all this. But I gave my best. I left after that season. It was 2 years ago. Wanted to come back. I was already consulting role with Meralco, I really wanted to come back, to be with Morocco, and thank God that I've got the call to come back. And even with my time with Coach Norman as a consultant, I really enjoyed it. We worked really hard to do the best we could. And then, unfortunately, Coach Norman wasn't renewed. Coach Luigi stepped in, and for 12 months we had really done our work. The thing is, when the new face comes on, especially a new face from across the world, and this team has been under huge pressure, to get that championship, and we struggled. I have to say, because you have to implement, new system with new coaches, and it's difficult. And courage the players, they learn, and they work hard, even if it's very hard for them to understand what they need to do. And I think somebody mentioned that we were 3 rounds to go in this conference. We were second last. You can go back, and I took the screenshot of that time. We were second last. Converge was last. We lost to Converge, the team that hasn't won the game. Right? We were down at the bottom. Okay? And players could easily turn the backs, coaches, easily. Right? And if we lost the next game, it would have been it. We would have made it. We probably finished second last. And we won the 3 tough games against Phoenix, Mongolia, and San Miguel, who was unbeaten, into the playoffs. And from then on, we were very difficult to play against them. That's a credit, okay, more than anybody to the players who stuck with it and believe what we were pitching.
Coach, just a follow-up. You mentioned that you got a call to come back. So, from what, is it true that you already left the Philippines and then you were able to?
Yes.
Could you tell the story what happened and how did you get the call?
At the time, there was some politics around Gilas, and I have to be honest. Jeff Bolton was the head of the program at the time, and I came because of him, and he is my friend, and I tried to help him. And then when he lost the job, I really wanted to go home. And Coach Chuck came to me and asked me to stay. I've spoken to, usually you don't know that we don't do that. Okay, I spoke to Coach Ted, he asked me to stay and help Coach Chuck and Gilas, because he really does have Gilas program in heart as well. And I stayed, okay? And then there was some issues, there was some public things between Coach Ted and Gilas, and I said, well, I could not stay here anymore. But I have full respect for them, as we feel, of course, Gilas, and I wish them all the best now. They've done an amazing job winning the Asian Championship with Coach Tim. And to win that championship, that's a huge achievement, And they're on the right track, they've got tough qualifying. The expectations are high here, sometimes even too high. It's going to be a tough tournament, and I just hope that they can actually do the best they can and compete for that spot for the Paris Olympics.
Coach, anyone can answer that. What's the future for Meralco? Do you think that you can do it again? I'm sure you will do, but Coach, what can you say about your chances of winning?
The future for Meralco is a party. Huge party. After we finish the party, then we may talk about it.
So we've been so serious and smart that now we can smile and enjoy this time first. So salamat, Ben. But we appreciate that we're gonna enjoy today. We're gonna party tonight. Thank you.
And tomorrow.
And tomorrow.
Okay, congratulations, coaches.
Thank you.
Coach, long last.